Yes. Where are you? Come up. Room 203. Mm-hmm. Room service, please. Hello. Yes, this is Mrs. Warren in Suite 203. Yes, I would like 1 tea with lemon and 1 double scotch on the rocks. Yes, 203. Thank you. Yes. Yes, it is. Hello? Yes, Bob. Well, I was hoping to leave today. I have tickets on the 3 o'clock flight. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Well, it can't be too soon for me. This entire city smells like an overripe cantaloupe. How is New York? It is snow. How wonderful. No, the sun is shining. It's about 80 degrees on Thanksgiving. I mean, truly disgusting. Come in, it's open. No, nothing's settled yet, but I'm not worried. No, he just got here. I don't want to bring the lawyer into it. Let's just see how it goes. When have you known me to be intimidated? Well, that doesn't count. Yes, I remember it in detail. Well, you're wasting perfectly good erotic conversation with my ex-husband in the other room and the operator probably listening. Yes, I will. As soon as he leaves. I do too. Bye. Sorry, I was on the phone. It's snowing in New York. We're going to have a white Thanksgiving. Don't you love it? Is that wonderful, warm smile for me?
You still have trouble simply saying hello.
Oh, I am sorry. You always did get a big thrill out of the little things in life. Hello, Bill.
Hello, Hannah.
Oh my God. Look at you. Turned into a young boy again.
Have I?
Haven't you noticed? You look like the sweetest young 14-year-old boy. You're not spending your summers at camp, are you?
Just 3 weeks in July. How are you?
No, at this moment, nonplussed.
Still the only one I know who can use nonplussed in regular conversation.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, darling. I talk that way at breakfast. Turn around. Let me look at you.
Shouldn't we kiss or shake hands or something?
Yeah, let's leave it for when you leave. I love your California clothes.
They're Bloomingdale's from New York.
Ah, the best place for California clothes. You look so... I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Happy?
Casual. It's so hard to tell out here. Are you dressed up now, or is this sporty?
I didn't think a tie was necessary for a reunion.
Oh, is that what this is? Well, when I walked in, I thought we were going to play tennis.
Well, you look fit enough for it.
Fit? You think I look fit? What an awful shit you are. I look gorgeous.
Yes, you do, Hannah. You look lovely.
No, you look lovely. I look gorgeous.
Well, I lost about 10 pounds.
Listen to what I'm telling you. You're ravishing. I love the way you're wearing your hair now.
Oh.
Where'd you go, that boy who does Barbra Streisand?
You like it? You can have my Thursday appointment with him. If you're interested, I'm feeling very well, so thanks.
Well, of course you are. Look at that tan. Well, it's the life out here, isn't it? You have an office outdoors somewhere.
No, I have a desk by a window. Hannah, if we're gonna banter like this, could you give me a little time? It's been 9 years, so I'm a little rusty.
Oh, you'll pick it up right away again. It's like French, you see. That's what I would miss if I left New York. The bantering.
San Francisco's only an hour away. We go up there and we banter in emergencies.
Do you really?
Would I lie to you?
I never liked San Francisco. I always was afraid I'd fall out of bed and roll down one of those hills.
Not you, Hannah. You roll up hills.
Oh, good. You're bantering. The flight out wasn't a total loss. Aren't you going to sit down? Bill?
Sure.
Do they call you Billy out here? Yes, they do. Jenny told me. Everybody calls you Billy.
That's me, Billy.
Well, it's adorable, a 45-year-old Billy, standing there in his cute little sneakers and sweater. I'm glad you sat down, Billy. I'm beginning to feel like a math teacher.
I promised myself driving over here that I would be pleasant. I'm now being pleasant.
You drive everywhere, do you?
Everywhere.
Even to your car?
Well, no. Would you mind if I called down for something?
It's done.
Well, I don't drink double scotches on the rocks anymore. No, I gave up hard liquors.
Oh, what would you like?
A cup of tea with lemon.
It's done. No hard liquor at all.
No, not even wine. I'm big on apple juice.
Cigarettes?
No, I gave them up too.
Don't you miss the coughing and the hacking in the morning?
It woke up the dogs. I have dogs now.
Isn't divorce wonderful? What about candy? Oh, please tell me you haven't given up Snickers.
Sorry.
Oh, that is crushing news. You have changed, Billy. You've gone clean on me.
Mind and body. That doesn't offend you, does it?
Oh, may they both live to be 1,000. I don't mean this to be facetious, but how do you take care of yourself?
I watch my diet. I've cut out meat. And actually, you do mean to be facetious. You're dying to make a little fun of me, but I don't mind. I have an hour to kill. Would you believe I run 5 miles every morning?
After what?
The newspaper. I have lazy dogs. Shall I keep going? I mean, I swim 20 laps every night when I come home from the studio, 8 sets of tennis every weekend. I sleep well. I haven't had a pill in 3.5 years. I take vitamins. I eat natural, unprocessed health foods.
Ah, aha! Health foods, at last. Something in common.
Don't tell me you've given up on PJ Clark's chili burgers.
No, but I have them on whole wheat now. I'm enjoying this conversation. Tell me more about yourself. Johnny tells me you have taken up the banjo.
The guitar. Classical and country.
Remarkable. And in New York, you can tune in Channel 5. More.
I climb.
I beg your pardon.
I climb. I climbed a 10,000-foot mountain in the Sierra Nevada desert last night.
Well, that's no big deal. I mean, I climb that 3 times a week visiting my analyst.
Ah, no analyst.
Yes, I heard that. I accept the mountain climbing and in a stretch even the guitar, but no analyst. You asked too much, Billy. Why did you quit?
You know, I went sane.
Sane?
Yeah.
Oh, how exciting. Well, you mean you got into the world every day by yourself. You don't ever get depressed?
Yes.
When?
Now.
I'm so glad the sun hasn't dried up your brain completely. Tell me more news.
I moved.
Oh, yes. You're not in Hardy Canyon anymore.
Laurel Canyon.
Laurel Hardy, what the hell. And where are you now?
Beverly Hills, a block north of Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, what style house?
Very comfortable.
Well, I'm sure it is. But what style is it?
Well, from the outside, it looks like a small French farmhouse.
Oh, a small French farmhouse, just 1 block north of Sunset Boulevard. Well, sounds rugged. I passed something coming in from the airport. I thought it was a Moroccan villa. Turned out to be a Texaco station.
We're a very colorful community here.
Oh, yeah, I love it from the air.
And how is life over your subway?
Fine, I still live in our old apartment. Oh, but you would hate it now.
What did you do to it?
Not a thing.
And I heard you went in for an operation.
A hysterectomy.
Oh.
I was out the same day, but I believe you had a prostate trouble?
Prostate? Yes.
Prostate trouble?
Yes.
Yeah.
Small world, isn't it?
Well, our past sins have a way of catching up with us. What else can I tell you about me?
Jenny fills me in with everything.
Oh, I'm sure.
I understand that you have a new boyfriend.
A boyfriend, God forbid. I'm 42 years old. I have a lover.
Also a writer.
A newspaperman on the Washington Post.
Not one of the two who...
No.
Oh, right.
Right. He's 54. He has a heart condition. Asthma leans toward the alcoholism. He also has the best second mind I've met in this country since Adlai Stevenson. And what's with you, mate-wise?
Mate-wise? Well, mate-wise, I'm seeing a very nice girl.
Are you? Oh. And where are you seeing her to?
Come on, Hannah.
What did I say? Have I offended you?
Can we cut the cute chit-chat? I think we've got over, let's just talk about the other things that we're here for.
I'm sorry, I have offended you.
My God, it's been a long time since I've been involved in smart-ass conversation.
Well, I beg your pardon, but you were the one who said things like, I hear you have a boyfriend, and I'm seeing a very nice girl. I am not the one with the Bopsy twin haircut and the Peter Pan phraseology.
I can see you've really come to hunt bear, haven't you?
Hunt bear? Did I actually hear you say hunt bear? Is that the kind of nifty conversation you have around those Sierra Nevada campfires?
You know what, forget the tea. Maybe I will have a double scotch.
It's ordered, you're safe either way.
Can we talk now, please, about Jenny?
Well, what's your rush? She's only 17. She's got her whole life ahead of her. And if I'm going to turn my daughter over to you, which I am not, at least I'd like to know what you're like.
Jenny is our daughter. Ours.
Maybe. We'll see. They've been very slow with the blood test. So you live in a French farmhouse off the Sunset Boulevard. Do you have a pool?
Christ.
Oh, come on, Billy, talk to me. I wrote down 74 questions to ask. Don't make me look for the list. Do you have a pool? Well, I mean, naturally, you've got a pool. You have to have a tan, so you've got a pool. Is it kidney-shaped? Liver? Possibly gallbladder?
Pancreas, actually. The head surgeon at Cedars of Lebanon put it in for me. You're terrific. You haven't spent 15 days of your life out here, but you know exactly how we all live, don't you? Too bad you're going back so soon. You're going to miss the way we spend our holidays. Wouldn't it thrill you to see a pink painted Christmas tree on my lawn? Or a 3-flavored Baskin-Robbins snowman wearing alligator shoes with a loudspeaker on the roof playing Sonny and Cher's Silent Night?
When you've seen it once, the thrill is gone.
Where is that drink?
What kind of car do you have?
You're really serious,
I
aren't
am
you?
dead serious. If I'm to leave my precious baby with you, I want to know what kind of car I'm leaving her in.
It's a brown Mercedes. It's a 450 SEL.
You have no class. You never had any class. A red Pinto in Beverly Hills would be class. Can I throw a few more questions at you?
Questions. I thought these were spears.
What happened to your cute little wife? I don't mean me. I mean the cute one after me. Divorced her too, did you?
She was on the road a lot, and I like to stay home. The first 3 years weren't too bad, actually.
Oh, that's right. She was a singer, wasn't she? Somebody sent me one of her albums for Christmas. As a gag. And they were right. I gagged.
Really? She was number 3 on the charts. She won 2 Grammys last year. I thought she was good.
Oh. Hey. Pity you didn't take up the guitar sooner. You could have still been with her. And tell me about the one you're seeing now. What does she do?
She's an actress. Quite good. She was married before. She has a little boy who's 11 years old.
And marriage is contemplated? Oh, am I being too nosy?
No, not for a Newsweek editor. Yes, marriage is contemplated. It's being discussed. It's being considered.
Right.
Strange as it seems, I like being married.
Right. And will there be room for all of you in the little French farmhouse? Or will you have to move to an Italian palazzo on Wilshire Boulevard?
What the hell are you so bitter about? You used to be bright. You used to be witty. Now you're just snide and sarcastic.
It comes with age. When you don't have a fast ball anymore, you go to change-ups and sliders.
Please, spare me your sports metaphors. You never knew a bunt from a double. The only reason you even went to the games is because you thought you looked butch. So are you through with this interrogation?
I'm still interested in this new girl.
Well, her name is Betsy Lasorda. Her father used to be a damned good director. She can catch a trout. She can beat me at tennis. And I think she's peachy. So what else?
Well, I know you've been bouncing around a lot. Do you really care for her, or do you have someone who gets you a break on marriage licenses?
God, I can just hear the quips flying when you and the second best mind since Adlai Stevenson get together. Sitting there freezing under a blanket at the Washington Redskin game, playing anagrams with the names of all the Polish players. I'll tell you something, Hannah. For one of the brightest women in America, you just, you bore the hell out of me. Your mind clicks off bric-a-brac so goddamn fast it never has a chance to let an honest emotion or thought ever get through.
And you're so filled with honest emotions. You fall in love every time someone signs a ballad or sings a ballad. You're worse than a hopeless romantic. You're a hopeful one. You're the kind of man who would end the world's famine problem by having them all eat out, preferably at a good Chinese restaurant.
What do you want to do about Jenny?
Who?
Do you want to discuss the problem sensibly and sincerely, or do you want to challenge me to the New York Times crossword puzzle for her?
Oh, God, stop pouting. You may dress like a child, but you don't have to act like one.
Would you mind terribly if I said up yours and left?
What have you done to her, Billy? She's changed. She used to come back to New York after the summers here, taller and anxious to see her friends. Now she meditates and eats alfalfa.
Yes, she does. She just turned 17, so something was bound to happen to her.
You have no legal rights to her, of course. You understand.
Certainly.
Then tell her to come home with me.
I did. I really did. I think she wants to try it out here with me for a year. She's not happy in New York.
Nobody's happy in New York, but they're alive.
I could fight you. If you want me to take her, I could go to the courts. But you know what? I think you're making a mistake here.
She still has another year of high school.
Believe it or not, they have good schools here. I can even show you some of them if you like.
Oh, that should be fun. Something like the Universal Studio Tour.
What a snob you are.
Thank God there's a few of us left.
What is there so beautiful about your life that makes it so important to put down everyone else's? 40 square blocks bounded by Lincoln Center on the west and Cinema 2 on the east is not the center of the goddamn universe. I grant you it's an exciting, vibrant, stimulating, fabulous city, but it is not Mecca. It just smells like it.
The hell with New York, or Boston, or Washington, or Philadelphia. I don't care where Jenny lives, but how. She is an intelligent girl with a good mind. Let it grow and prosper. But what the hell is she going to learn in a community that has valet parking just to pick up 4 bagels and a Hollywood reporter?
I've been to Martha's Vineyard in July, Hannah. Heaven protect me from another intellectual Cape Cod summer. The political elite queuing up in old beach sandals to see Bogart pictures, standing there eating ice cream cones and reading the New Republic.
Neat, wasn't it?
No. Your political friends never impressed me. I remember one Sunday afternoon in Hyannisport when our ambassador to some war-torn Middle Eastern country was in a state of despair because he couldn't get the hang of throwing a frisbee, remember? My God, the absurdity of that. I went to a charity luncheon in East Hampton to raise money for California grape pickers. There was this teeming mob of women who must have spent a total of $12,000 on new Gucci pants in order to raise $2,000 for the grape pickers. Why the hell didn't they just mail them the pants?
You were terrific when you used to write like that. I didn't see the last picture you wrote. They tell me it grossed very well in backward areas.
Jesus, was I anything like you before?
I couldn't hold a candle to you.
No wonder no one spoke to me here for the first 2 years.
Oh, lucky you.
Look, I don't want to interrupt your train of venom here, but could we get back to Jenny, please?
Yeah, Jenny, yes, what a good idea.
If you respect her as a person, if you respect her right to make a free choice,
you get her for the summers. That's enough. If the judge had seen your lifestyle, you'd be lucky to get her Labor Day afternoon.
Funny. You know, we haven't discussed your lifestyle much.
I don't have a lifestyle, I have a life.
The hell you do. The only time you're alive is Tuesday mornings when the magazine hits the stands. You're a voyeur in newsprint, snooping on everyone else's lifestyle and editing out the healthy aspects of the human condition. Because for $1 a copy, who the hell wants to read about happiness?
You know, sometimes I actually miss you. You wouldn't consider coming back east and entering into a menage a trois.
Would you like to know what Jenny has to say about you?
She told me. She thinks I'm a son of a bitch. She also thinks I'm a funny son of a bitch. She loves me, but she doesn't like me. She's afraid of me. She's intimidated by me. She respects me, but she would not want to become like me. We have a normal mother and daughter relationship.
She told me she feels stifled. That the only time she can really breathe freely is when she's out here in California.
Well, I have a wonderful nose and throat man on East 84th Street.
How the hell can you be so flippant when it comes to your own daughter's well-being?
And how the hell can you be so pompous not to recognize a very healthy, rebellious attitude in an adolescent? If she didn't complain, I would probably send her to an expensive shrink. Since she's with me 10 months a year, it's only natural you're the one she's going to miss. I think, by and large, she and I have managed quite well, but it's obvious. All young girls, she needs a father image. I don't mind. If it's only July and August, it might as well be you.
This is Thanksgiving, and she came to me without your permission.
Well, she never had a very good head for dates.
What would you do if I just kept her here with me?
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, what would you do, Hannah?
I would find the very best lawyer I could in California and have him beat the shit out of you.
Well, would you drag it through the courts if I said that I'm going to keep her for 6 months?
I will call my friend the Attorney General in the United States, and if she is not on that 3 o'clock plane...
Why didn't you ever run for office, Hannah? You know, I always thought you would make one hell of a governor.
Oh, because I don't think the democratic system really works. Offer me a monarchy and we'll talk. It's 1:15. Will you call Jenny, or shall I?
No.
No what?
No, sir.
If you'll tell me how to get to your French farmhouse, I'll pick her up myself.
How much time do you spend with her anyway? Do you ever have just breakfast with her? Well, how many nights does she eat dinner alone? Do you think she's really happy with that $20 bill that you give her every time you go off to Washington for the weekend? The girl is growing up lonely, Hannah. And if you tell me that she's got a cat and she's got a canary, I'll belt you right in the choppers.
She has 2 dogs, a Dominican cook, and 12 different girls who sleep over every time I'm away. Despite her gothic reports, she is not living the life of Jane Eyre.
The truth is, Hannah, you know, if we leave it up to Jenny, you don't stand a chance in hell of getting her on that plane. Right?
Certainly. Why else would the ninny run away? Who said we don't have problems? She is 17 years old. And when we go at each other, she needs another shoulder to cry on, but I'll be goddamned if I'm giving up my daughter for a cashmere shoulder 3,000 miles away.
My God. You really are afraid, aren't you? This is an event. I think this is the first time I've ever actually seen you nervous about something.
Wrong. I was nervous on our wedding night. Unfortunately, it was after we had sex.
Please, no cheap shots. That's not like you. I mean, we may have had a very narrow chance for happiness, but sex was never one of our stumbling blocks.
Neither was it an architectural marvel. Oh, no, I'm not blaming you. Actually, you were very skillful in bed. You could ravage me for hours without ever mussing the sheets, but the moment it was over, you would heave a deep sigh and tell me your plans for the future. The sex was stimulating, but the plans were so freaking boring.
Boring. I've made love to women with television on before, but never watching Eric Severed.
We sometimes need our private fantasies to help us get to the top of Magic Mountain.
Right. You know something, Hannah? I don't like you anymore.
It's okay. I'm not always fond of me either. What are we going to do, Billy? I want my daughter back. You're the only one who can help me.
Well, you're sincere now, Hannah. What a shame. You do it so seldom. When it finally comes out, I'm still waiting for the zingers.
Billy, what do you look forward to?
Where did that non sequitur even come from?
You know me, my mind is always on express. I'd really like to know. You're 45 years old, you've been married twice, had a child, had half a dozen houses. I'm a promising journalistic career and some questionable but undeniable commercial successes. I'd like to know what it is you look forward to.
Saturdays. I love Saturdays.
For a simple-minded bastard, sometimes you sure are smart. You know what I look forward to?
What?
Christ, it's hard for me to say. Are you going to laugh?
Only if it's hard for me to say it. Do you look forward to what?
I look forward to a granddaughter. I think I screwed up the first time.
No one can phrase sentiment like you do.
Are you going to help me?
By sending Jenny home, no. She'd be back here in 2 weeks.
Not if I put heavy weights on her feet. Offer me a suggestion, goddammit, for old time's sake.
You know my suggestion.
I only have 1 more year with her. In September, she'll go to college. In 4 years, she'll come out a revolutionary or a nun, or even worse, like you, or me.
A little bit of both wouldn't be so bad.
Do you like your mother?
She's dead.
Don't quibble. Do you like her?
For a neurotic woman, she wasn't so bad.
I don't like mine much. Can you imagine being a pain in the ass for 78 years? I felt something was wrong even when I was in the womb. I never felt comfortable. Think I was hanging too low, actually. We shouldn't have had Jenny. Okay, people like you and me are too selfish. I don't want her to grow up hating me, and I don't want her growing up here because I'm liable to hate her. Maybe you and I should have stayed together and we could have let Jenny go. What do you think?
Changed my mind. I think I like you again.
He's not going to live very long, you know.
Who is it?
My Washington Post friend. He had open heart surgery. That was a total waste of time.
Sorry to hear that.
Me too. A man could really make me laugh.
Sounds like it was pretty good.
Oh well, you win some, you lose some.
Talk about resiliency.
For a smart lady in a man's world, I'm not doing too bad.
No, you're not. Would it comfort you any to meet my actress friend? You know, just to know that Jenny hasn't fallen into these wicked hands.
I'm shaky enough right now, and I don't have to meet someone with smoother skin than me, thanks a lot.
Yeah, for what?
You're supposed to say she doesn't have smoother skin than you.
But she does. Look, it's only a good conversation. That's where she comes in second place.
The truth is being in love better now.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's now.
Okay, I don't like the way that this meeting is going. I think I'm losing ground. Why don't we go to New York and finish it?
You can have it both ways, you know.
What does that mean?
Take your summer vacation this winter. Come out here. I'll find you a nice place at the beach. This way, we can both see Jenny.
2 months.
Yeah.
Out here.
Yeah.
I would get constipation of the mind.
You're afraid.
Of what?
And you might like it. You're afraid you might like anything. Happiness isn't so banal, isn't it?
No, just that statement. Let's keep things the way that they are, Billy. God only meant us to have 9 years together. He knew what he was doing.
Well, then we haven't settled anything, have we?
Well, we've settled that I'm not coming out here for 2 months, and it's worth coming out here just to settle that. That only leaves Jenny to deal with.
Should I get her up here? She's downstairs in the car with her bags packed, you know. She's willing to abide by any decision we both make.
Oh, what a cunning bastard you are. If we say she goes back to New York, she'll think I coerced you, and if we say stay here, she'll think I didn't even put up a fight for her.
Do you think she has that devious a mind?
Certainly, she's my daughter. I don't suppose you'd consider spending 2 months back east.
Well, only if everyone leaves there. Look, you want me to make it easy for you, Hannah? Listen, I'll throw in my vote. Whatever you say goes. I'll tell Jenny we both made that decision.
Jesus. No wonder there are so many used car salesmen out here. How much time do I have? I was never very good with deadlines.
As much time as you want.
Which is your car? They're all Mercedes, so. Well, what are you looking at me like that for?
It's not often I've seen you looking vulnerable.
Well, take a picture of it. You won't see it again. Keep her.
What?
I said keep her. 6 months, not a year. And I pick the school. And whoever I pick, they have to send me 3 references. Christ, what am I doing?
Stay the weekend, Hannah. Talk it over with Jenny. You don't have to decide because you've got a plane ticket.
I'm a fighter, Billy. If I stay the weekend, I not only take Jenny with me, but I'll take your new girlfriend back too.
Hannah, I'm not bullying you into this. Why can't the 3 of us just talk it out? Let me get Jenny up here.
No! God damn it, if I have to give her up to get her back, then let's just do it.
You mean it? You'll let her stay.
You think you're in for a picnic? Wait till you start trying to shop for clothes with her.
Can you take a compliment? You're not the Hannah I left 9 years ago.
And I'm missing the ovaries to prove it.
Well, guess who's nonplussed now?
Oh, God, Jesus. You never thought I would say yes, did you? You know, I don't think you're prepared to take on your own daughter. Watching her swim for 8 weeks at the beach is not the same as being a parent. Don't look now, Billy. But you've just lost your suntan.
If you think I'm scared, you're damned right.
Oh, I love it. Oh, God, I love it. Wait till you see how she eats in the winter. You'll be dead broke by Christmas.
You're doing a terrific thing, Hannah.
Yeah, so do I.
If for any reason I feel things aren't working out, I'll send her right back to you.
Oh, the hell you will. You're a father now.
I suppose you want to see her before we leave.
Well, you suppose wrong. I've seen her. I'll call her when I get to New York.
What should I tell her?
Tell her I hope that she'll be very happy and that I am selling her record collection.
We really couldn't have been too bad together. We produced one hell of a girl.
You got that a little wrong. I think the 2 of you produced a hell of a mother.
Maybe you're right. Hey, can we shake hands now? I'm about to leave.
Sure, why not? What more can I lose? Serve her plenty of broccoli and lima beans.
She likes that?
Hates them. But from now on, what do I care?
Goodbye, Hannah. It's good seeing you again.
I suddenly feel like an artist selling a painting he doesn't want to part with.
I'll frame it and keep it in good light.
Do that. And take care of Jenny. Room service. I never got my goddamn drinks.